Hello, I'm Eric Reese, and we're here today to practice the ancient art of Tai Chi Chuan, which is a system of exercise, meditation, and self-defense. Okay, let's get started, and we're going to go ahead. I'm going to remember to salute in today, so I start all my classes when I remember to start with a salute. So in the world of Chinese martial arts, we don't bow to each other. Okay, that belongs to Japan and Taiwan, maybe some other countries. So in Chinese martial arts, we give a salute by making a fist with the right hand and cover the knuckles with the left hand. We're hiding the knuckles, the weapons. And we cover the fist like this. It means we come here in peace together and we don't wish to fight with each other. So it's a sign of respect from teacher to student, student to teacher, and student to other student. So we salute. And at the end of the class, of course, we do a salute, and then we clap at least 3 times. So the other day someone said, well, why do we clap at the end? The idea of practice is to enter a meditative state during practice. And just getting into a meditation does take a lot of practice, actually. But if we can achieve even a little bit of meditation, at the end of the class we clap to wake ourselves back up to full consciousness, and that way we can go drive a car safely and do other activities without being too relaxed. So that's one reason for the clap at the end of class. So I want to encourage you, especially those of you who have been watching some of these shows and practicing right along with me, I want to encourage you to always keep the meditative part in mind. You know, meditation is so powerful, and yet it seems like we're not doing anything. So it can really regulate your stress levels, it can give you more energy, it can make you less prone to illness, and even the serious illnesses like heart disease and cancer can be way down with a regular meditation practice. So I encourage you to meditate. So first we want to slip into the meditative state by doing very soft movement in the beginning. So we're going to move the hands up and down like we're in water. And these soft flowing movements help guide the mind into a more gentle, relaxed state. Meditation is not the same as hypnosis. It's not the same as sleep. It's got a particular brain wave. Meditation is the most healing state of mind we can be in. So we actually undergo more healing in the body when we're meditating than when we're sleeping or in hypnosis or even watching television. So meditation is more relaxing and rejuvenating than actual sleep. Let's open and close the hands now, as if we're moving in water, very relaxed. And breathe deeply. So deep breathing is part of meditation, a part of altering the brain wave, preparing the mind for meditation. Deep breathing also helps clear the mind. So the breath is like a wind chasing away cobwebs. And the third one is leading with the back of the hands, again, like we're moving through water. Deep breathing, relaxed movement, no strain, no pain. Okay, good. Now let's do a very meditative Qigong exercise that also boosts the immune system and regulates other functions in the body, including digestion, where a lot of us have problem, right? So we're going to separate the feet about 1.5 shoulder widths apart. This is called holding the moon. Bring the hands up, palms facing upward, fingers facing toward each other. Then draw the hands apart, make a big circle as you come down. And then point the fingers at each other again. Bring the hands up, turn the palms up. Big circle coming down. Remind yourself to continue with deep breathing. Remind yourself to connect the tip of the tongue to the upper palate. That helps to guide the energy in a way that's very conducive for health. And be very relaxed. If you try too hard to meditate, it blocks it. It just adds stress. It's better not to care too much during the practice. It helps us stay more relaxed. So perfectionists have a very hard time with that, right? And people who don't like to relinquish control also have a more difficult time learning to relax and practice Qigong and Tai Chi. Okay, good. Let's go to our knee rotations, which we must practice every single day without fail. Hands are above the knees. 9 gentle circles. Then reverse. This is easy to learn, takes less than a minute to practice. Be sure to do it every day to prevent knee problem or heel problem that you may already be mending. All right, good. Polishing the Emperor's Mirror. So these are some of the basic ones that I teach nearly every class. Polishing the Emperor's Mirror, like holding rags against a surface. Keep your palms facing forward. Again, avoid overdoing or pushing past 70% of what you feel capable of. If you're already mending the legs, then do less. We don't have to go very far for it to work. In fact, if we do too much, it's hard to meditate. Remember, let's honor meditation as the most important part of our practice. I can move very little like this, very relaxed. Some teachers actually say that when you practice seated in a chair, it's even better than doing it standing up. And the reason for that might be because you're so much more relaxed. You're not trying very hard or risking strain, so you get to meditate more. However, we need to build our body strength. We need to strengthen the legs so we have better balance and fewer falls as we age. So if you can practice easily standing, I recommend that. Other days you might want to practice in the chair just so you know you can, if in case you are injured or healing from an illness, you still practice. And let's relax. Okay, let's practice our 2 primary stances, bow stance and back stance. And in fact, let's do it with some Tai Chi movement. So you're going to step forward with your right foot. I'm going to mirror you, so my left is forward. Your right foot is forward. Remember our 2 primary stances. Bow stance, the leg looks like a bow from archery, and the back stance. Also, we nickname these stances 70-30. That's our weight percentage. In the back stance, I have 70% of my weight in the back leg, 30% in the front. In the bow stance, 70% in the front leg, 30% in the back. Now, let's just practice ward off. Bringing your right arm up then lowering it. Right arm up and lower the arm. Again, feel like you're moving in water. Ward off. So maybe somebody went to punch you and you lift the arm to block the punch. Let's hold it there. Be sure you're gently stretching the knees away from each other. So even when we're standing still, we have some action. The action is to stretch gently, the knees moving away, so that we're creating a healthy stance and not letting the knees collapse like this. You can see this doesn't make you think of health when you see this. But now you have something here that you can use. Roll back. Imagine grabbing an arm, pulling, using the legs. You're in the back stance now. Ward off, roll back, grab an arm, gently pull toward the rear behind you, like you're leading the person to the side so they don't run right into you, and moving them back that way. Ward off, roll back, press, touch the wrist, bow stance. From the beginning, ward off, roll back, circle the arm from the elbow. Don't let it come up here. Circle from the elbow and touch. Press. Two-hand push. Make a big circle. Push. Notice we're using the back stance and the bow stance. Start again. 4 postures. Ward off. Roll back. Press. Two-hand push. Big circle. Push. Lower your right arm. Raise your right arm. Ward off. Roll back. Press. Push. Now we could practice for a few minutes, and the longer we practice without stopping, eventually the meditation deepens. We start to really feel like we're getting into a kind of a zone, and we start to stop thinking about what we're doing. We stop thinking about how to do it, because we've already learned how. Just like you don't think of how to sit down in a chair and get up. You don't think about how to digest the food you eat. You just do it. So we want our Tai Chi and our Qigong to become like that. But it takes practice, so we can do it without thinking. And then we can say, we're meditating the whole time we practice. All right, let's start with the beginning of Tai Chi. And I'll mirror you once again. So we have commencement. Gently stretch, lengthen the spine, and then relax. Bring your right hand up and turn your right foot. Grasp bird's tail to the right. Hold a large ball, an imaginary beach ball. Step. Bring the left arm up. Ward off. Here's what we practiced. We take a step and bring the arm up. Ward off. Roll back. Press. Two-hand push. Now we're going to turn toward the front. Guide the chi down in the body as we position the feet at the beginning, shoulder width apart, pointing straight ahead without straining. And there's the beginning postures of Tai Chi Chuan. Let's do that again. So again, we do a little bit, we focus on learning how to meditate while we're moving, which is challenging in and of itself. Usually meditation is done seated on the floor with our legs crossed or in a chair. Now we do it all at once with our Tai Chi, exercising and learning self-defense skills. Commencement, grasp bird's tail to the right, grasp bird's tail to the left. Now we can get a little more flow. Ward off, roll back, press, push, well, I'm closing it a little differently, reverting to my other usual form because I started to meditate and I was doing it without thinking. Okay, have to stay somewhat conscious while I'm sharing with you through the Facebook. Okay, let's go ahead and look at some other postures that we can start to learn just by holding poses. Single whip. We're in a bow stance. The front hand is pushing. The other hand is held in a bird's beak. Here we call it an eagle's beak because it's pointing down, just like the beak on an eagle. The fingers are pointing down. We're in a bow stance. Now you're going to probably realize, ooh, there's a little thunder outside. Maybe you can hear it. We have exciting weather. Holding the stance, doing apparently nothing is actually much harder than moving. We're used to doing something all the time. We're not used to doing nothing. Now mentally, we learn to do nothing. We call it meditation. Physically, we learn not to move. But what's happening inside the body when we don't move on the outside? A big movement of energy. Conservation. Okay, if I can conserve more energy and not waste it, then I have plenty for when I need it. Most of us are run down and tired because we waste too much energy. We waste it on the small things. So we learn to meditate and relax in our body. So some of you might have already said, I'm ready to lower my arms down now, right? Oh, and you might feel it in the shoulder just from 1 minute. Okay, let's shake it out a little bit. Let's go ahead and do some other things. Let's do an exercise based on a kick. So right now your right foot is pointing toward me, and we're going to kick to the corner with the left foot. And again, I'm mirroring you. So we're going to not kick very high. 1, keep the arms in front of your body. They have weight. So if you bring them to the side or behind you, you're basically ready to fall. So we want to bring the arms out and the elbow is over the knee. You see, so from the front you can see I have that alignment. I'm not like this. Now what if I'm fighting? If somebody goes to punch me while I'm trying to kick, they can hit my face if I'm like this, but not so easily like this. So again, we have the martial arts. And we open. 1, point the toe a little bit. 2, And of course, hold on to a chair if you need to. 3, and hold the leg out. This engages a whole different set of muscles. We'll do it for, let's say, a count of 5. Later, you'll want to add more time to it. Let's switch sides. Since I'm kicking, or I'm mirroring you, since you're kicking with the right foot, your right hand is in front on the outside. So we kick, toe kick, point gently with the toe. 1, 2, 3, and hold. And remember to breathe. And relax. Okay, so take your time and go slow because it builds the muscles in a different way than always moving fast. In fact, in Tai Chi, we learn to go slow first so we can reduce tension in the body and of course the mind, so we can say we're meditating during our practice. That leads to greater speed. When the mind is relaxed, you can do what needs to be done without getting stuck or mired by overthinking. Too much thinking. It will slow us down. If you have indecisiveness in a real fight, you could get beat up. So you just have to rely on your instinct, your reflexes, how you've trained. Very relaxed, meditative mind. Body moves faster with less muscular tension. So we go slow to build stronger muscle, but less tension. Later, we're able to go faster. This way you have some understanding. Why do we train this way in Tai Chi Chuan? Why does every other martial art train fast right away? Only Tai Chi trains slow for a long time before we start speeding it up. Okay, it takes longer to get the self-defense skills, but once you start to master it, we say that the master is untouchable. That means people can't easily touch him unless he wishes it. So he can deflect any attack. Let's go ahead and do another one. Let's work on the legs. So I have my toes turned down to a V shape. I have my thumbs on the outside. And I'm gonna go down. Adjust your feet as necessary. Try to keep your head up. If you're bowing, you're going too low. Other side. Other side. Other side. Switch. 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 And come up. You can heel toe the feet closer together. Well, what if you're not able to work that low yet? You can have a chair nearby and do it like this. Actually, you can sit on the chair or eventually learn to hover about 1 inch above the cushion, and you switch like this. You have the chair there for safety if you need it, and switch. You might have to move it with you. Maybe get one on rollers and you can just slide and glide. You see, you can start any way you like, in any direction, based on your level of experience. Let's go ahead and do a leg bend. Actually, we'll all sit in the chair now. You know, maybe you're getting a little bit stiff. You can put your heel on the chair and lower yourself so your knee bends. Avoid any pain, so if it starts to hurt, you've already gone a little too far, pull back. You can lower, use the chair for support, maybe have something in front of you, another chair that's sturdy, and going up. So what we're doing is we're folding the leg in half. Maybe I could do it like this, and up. Now I'll turn it around so I can do the other side. You don't have to turn around, but I have to do it to show you. So I'm going to lower and get used to bending this leg, just like I was kneeling on the floor. I want to see if I can get that heel to touch the bottom of my body. And come up, and down, and up. So maybe I'm a little rusty, you too, but if we do it every day, motion is lotion. Yeah. Now we could also do it this way. Top of the foot on the chair and sit on the heel. You see? A lot of times we'll do these kind of stretches on the floor, but if you're a little bit rusty, you can start very slowly. If it starts to hurt, pull back. You've gone too far. Sitting on the heel. And the other side, because I don't want to walk out of here any funnier than the way I walked in. So I'm going to do it on the other side too. Okay. Well, we'll do it this way. Sitting on the heel. Sitting on the heel. Now I can hold on to the back of the chair. I feel a little safer this way. You see, and you can even grab your foot, pull it up, get a little more stretch. What if we want to massage the knee using the chair cushion? We can roll the knee across the cushion and toughen it up a little bit while giving it some love. So we roll the knee. All kinds of ways to condition the body. So chances are a lot of us have not been kneeling too much. We need to get back into these habits where we're comfortable putting weight on the knees, whether we're up like this or down like this. Okay, we can get those things back. We don't have to be content with losing these abilities as we get older. Now we're going to go ahead and get ready to close up. Let's widen the stance again. Tai Chi circle breathing. By the way, before we continue, look at your hands. Do they look different? Has your practice affected you in a way that you can physically see? How do they feel? Are they a little bit sweaty? Or if you're a lady, we would say they glisten, because ladies, as we know, don't sweat, but they might glow or glisten, right? How about the color? Did they get darker or blotchy? Are they warm or even hot? So we inhale, aim the fingers at each other, and gently guide the hands down, and imagine the qi going down to the dantian below the navel. Inhale up, exhale down. Again, closing with a gentle cool down, a meditative movement to remind us that a big part of Tai Chi Chuan is meditation. One more. And relax again. Step back in. And let's do a final shake out, which can help to get qi that's stuck, unstuck. Okay, very good. I appreciate you joining in with me again and being diligent at home with some practice. You don't need to do every exercise, just do the ones that speak to you. Develop your own routine and be consistent and persistent. That's really the only quality you need to learn Tai Chi is perseverance. Okay? Persevere. And I'll see you again next time. We'll salute out. The right hand is a fist. The left side, which is the spiritual side, covers the violent side of man and woman. So we say we come here in peace. We clap 3 times.